Well, the so-called doomsday cult mom in prison for murdering her two children is appealing her conviction and her life sentence. Lori Vallow Daybell was found guilty in May of killing her children, Tylee and JJ. She was also convicted of conspiring to kill her husband's first wife. Now her attorneys argue she was incompetent to stand trial in the first place. Following her arrest in 2021, a judge ruled Vallow Daybell was incompetent. But after she spent 10 months in a mental hospital, she was deemed fit to go to trial. Joining us now is National Trial Attorney Donte Mills. Thank you so much for being here. So her attorneys make some other arguments in their court filing, but let's start with competency if we can. Do you think the judge who deemed her competent made the right call here, Donte?
Kelly, thanks for having me. Let's break this down so everybody understands what it means. In Idaho, there is no insanity defense, so it's not a defense to a crime. Either you're competent to stand trial or you're not. Incompetency only means, do you understand? Do you understand who the judge is? Do you understand who your attorney is? Do you understand that you have the ability to help yourself in a particular case? And it's interesting because in this case, Lori Daybell was deemed incompetent. It was determined that she did not understand what was going on. But what happened is they sent her for treatment, and she was there in treatment for 10 months to kind of rehab her and make sure she understood what was happening. Once she exited that program, it was determined that she did understand the case. She understood what she was being tried for, and then her trial went forward. So I'm not surprised that her defense is moving forward with this, because usually you have a clean slate and they're coming back and saying she didn't know. But in this particular case, at some point, she was deemed incompetent. It was deemed that she didn't understand what was going on. So they do have a foot in the door to say once she was rehabilitated, she lost that. She went back into the prison system. She left rehab, and then she lost control of her understanding, and that would mean she wasn't competent to stand trial.
Understood. So at her sentencing, Vallow Daybell said this: Jesus Christ knows no one was murdered in this case. Accidental deaths happen, suicides happen, fatal side effects of medications happen. So how did her extreme religious beliefs factor into this case in your view?
Yes, and I listened to her when she said that at the sentencing, and I'm looking at what was filed on her behalf for the appeal. And when you put those two together, my thought is, are they now saying that she did not, in fact, commit these murders, but she followed her religious beliefs and simply buried the children after they died from something else? It seems like that's something or somewhere they can be going with this argument. She is very religious, and she can make the argument that they died either from suicide or accidental death or accidental drug overdose, which is things that she listed during the sentence. And I buried them. I have a relationship with God. God told me to bury them in our backyard so they're closer to us. Is that something that they're angling at as an alternative defense or an alternative theory based on their religious beliefs, saying we believe that they wanted to be buried, or God told me to bury them. They passed away not from murder, but from something else, and we simply buried them. And that in and of itself, takes away murder. She's saying nobody was murdered, that they simply buried them.
So the defense also argues that errors in jury selection, opening statements, evidence, and testimony allowed at trial are all a basis for the throwing out of the conviction. Do you think they'll be successful?
It's a very tough burden. Generally, courts like to rely on whatever the jury decides. The jury heard the case. A fair trial is what everybody likes to have, and make sure you're guaranteed that. So if you're coming with an appeal saying there was one thing that went wrong with the trial, nobody's guaranteed a perfect trial, but they are guaranteed a fair trial. So it has to be something that moves the needle so much that it makes the entire trial unfair, and that doesn't really happen often. I think their best argument here is the competency, because she was deemed unfit to stand trial before. I don't think they're going to win on those other technicalities. Those are very hard burdens to overcome.
All right, Donte Mills, thank you as always.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.